Hello everyone and welcome back to English Made Easy Hub, where learning English is simple, natural, and actually enjoyable.
Hi everyone, I'm Anna, and I'm really happy to see you all here today.
And I'm Jack. It's always great to spend time with you and practice English together.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We truly appreciate your time.
Today's topic is something very simple, but very powerful.
We're going to talk about daily life and routines in English.
Exactly. Because if you can talk about your daily life, you can talk about almost anything.
That's true. And don't worry, we'll keep everything easy, clear, and natural.
So just relax, listen carefully, and enjoy the conversation. So Anna, let me ask you a simple question. How was your day today?
It was quite good, actually. It wasn't too busy, and I had some time to relax.
That sounds nice. My day was a little busy, but still productive.
Oh, really? What did you do?
Well, I started my morning early. I woke up at around 6:30, made some coffee, and checked my emails.
That sounds very organized. I usually wake up a bit later.
That's okay. Everyone has a different routine.
Exactly. After I woke up, I had breakfast and then spent some time reading.
Reading in the morning is a great habit.
Yes, it helps me feel calm and focused.
So Anna, let's talk more about mornings. What is the first thing you do after you wake up?
The first thing I do is check my phone.
That's very honest.
I know, it's not the best habit, but I usually check messages or notifications.
Same here. I try not to, but sometimes I still do it.
After that, I get out of bed and go to the kitchen.
Do you make breakfast yourself?
Yes, I usually make something simple. Maybe toast and eggs, or sometimes just tea and biscuits.
That sounds nice and easy. I like simple breakfasts too.
What do you usually eat?
I often have eggs, toast, and coffee. Coffee is very important for me.
Yes, I can see that.
Without coffee, I feel like my brain is still sleeping.
Same here. Coffee really helps me wake up.
After breakfast, what do you do next?
I usually get ready for the day, I take a shower, get dressed, and then plan my day.
Planning is a great habit.
It really is. It helps me stay organized and not forget important things.
Let's talk about work or study time. What does your typical day look like?
Well, I usually start working in the late morning.
Do you work from home or go somewhere?
I mostly work from home. It's comfortable and saves time.
That's true. No travel? No traffic?
Exactly. I can focus better at home.
What kind of work do you usually do?
I spend a lot of time on my laptop, writing, reading, and sometimes attending online meetings.
That sounds productive.
It is, but sometimes it can feel a little boring.
I understand that sitting in one place for too long can be tiring.
Yes, that's why I take short breaks.
Good idea. Breaks are very important.
What about you, Jack? How does your workday look?
My day is quite similar. I also work on my computer most of the time.
Do you take breaks too?
Yes, I try to. Sometimes I go for a short walk.
That's a great habit.
It helps me refresh my mind.
So, what do you usually do in the afternoon?
In the afternoon, I usually feel a bit tired.
That's normal.
Yes, so I try to do lighter tasks.
Like what?
Maybe replying to emails, organizing my work, or planning for the next day.
That sounds smart.
What about you?
I usually have lunch around that time.
What do you like to eat?
I prefer something simple. Rice, vegetables, or sometimes a sandwich.
That sounds healthy.
I try to keep it light so I don't feel sleepy.
That's a good idea. Evenings are my favorite time of the day
Really? Why?
because I can finally relax.
That makes sense.
After work, I like to watch something or listen to music.
That sounds relaxing.
Sometimes I also go outside for a walk.
I love evening walks.
The weather is usually nice and calm.
Yes, it helps clear your mind.
What do you do in the evening?
I usually spend time with family or watch a series.
Watching series is very popular.
Yes, and sometimes it's hard to stop.
Just one more episode, right?
Exactly. And then suddenly it's midnight.
Let's talk about night routines.
Okay. At night, I try to relax before sleeping.
What helps you relax?
Sometimes I read a book or listen to calm music.
That sounds peaceful.
It really helps me sleep better.
I usually watch something light before bed.
That's nice too.
Then I go to bed around 11 or 12.
That's a good time.
Sleep is very important.
Yes, without good sleep, the next day becomes difficult. Before we finish, let's take a moment to review what we talked about today. This will help you remember everything more clearly.
That's a great idea. Repeating things is one of the best ways to learn a language.
So first, we started with morning routines.
Yes, we talked about simple actions like waking up, checking your phone, brushing your teeth, and having breakfast.
And we used very simple sentences to describe those actions.
Exactly. For example, I wake up at 7, or I drink coffee in the morning.
Then we moved on to work and study time.
We talked about working from home, using a laptop, attending meetings, and staying focused.
And we also mentioned the importance of taking breaks.
Yes, because working all the time can make you tired and less productive.
After that, we discussed afternoon activities.
Like having lunch, doing lighter tasks, and managing your energy.
Then we talked about evening routines.
Relaxing, watching something, going for a walk, or spending time with family.
And finally, we talked about night routines.
Yes, like reading a book, listening to music, and going to sleep on time.
We also shared a funny story.
Yes, my famous salty tea mistake.
That was definitely a memorable moment.
And moments like that make learning more fun and natural.
Exactly. When you connect language with real-life situations, it becomes easier to remember.
So try to think about your own daily routine.
Yes, try to describe your day in English, step by step.
Even if your sentences are simple, that's perfectly okay.
The goal is not to be perfect.
The goal is to communicate.
Now it's time for our bonus tip.
And this is a very important one, so listen carefully.
When you practice English, don't try to use very difficult words.
Yes, many learners think they need big vocabulary to sound smart.
But actually, simple English is more powerful.
Exactly, native speakers also use simple sentences in daily life.
For example, instead of saying something very complicated,
You can just say, I am tired, or I had a busy day.
simple, clear, and natural.
Another important tip is consistency.
Yes, practice a little every day.
Even 10 to 15 minutes can make a big difference.
You can talk to yourself in English.
Describe what you are doing.
For example, I am cooking, I am studying, or I am watching TV.
This helps your brain get used to thinking in English.
Also, don't be afraid of making mistakes.
Mistakes are part of learning.
Every mistake teaches you something new.
And remember, confidence is more important than perfection.
Yes, speak slowly, speak clearly, and take your time.
Over time, you will improve naturally.
And most importantly,
Try to enjoy the process.
because learning English should not feel like pressure.
It should feel like progress. All right, everyone, we've reached the end of today's episode.
We hope you truly enjoyed this conversation and learned something useful,
Today we focused on something very simple.
but also very important for real-life communication.
Talking about your daily routine is one of the easiest ways to start speaking English.
And it's something you can practice every single day.
Even without a partner.
Yes, you can practice alone, anytime, anywhere.
If you found this video helpful, please take a moment to support us.
Like the video so more learners can find it.
Subscribe to English Made Easy Hub for more simple and useful lessons.
And don't forget to share this with your friends who are learning English.
Also, we would love to hear from you.
Yes, go to the comments and write about your daily routine.
Tell us what you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening.
Even if your sentences are simple, that's completely fine.
We read your comments, and it really motivates us.
And it also helps you practice your English.
So don't be shy. Just try.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today.
We truly appreciate your support.
Take care of yourself, keep learning, and stay consistent.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.